So today we are going to go on the first lecture, which is included data visualization and machine learning, assuming that a lot of you have a little bit of background in either. So needed to ask you a question. Do you guys have a lot of skill set when it comes to R, Tableau, or Python?
We have some Python background. We don't have R. If possible, we can focus on Python might be better.
I will not say we will focus one than the other is better. I'm going to assist you, Charles, to expose yourself for a little bit of R. If you were to work in the field of data science, R, Python, and Tableau is very desirable. And I know you may not be excited about R or Python or Tableau if you're good at one, but I'm willing to work with you in a slow base where you just have a diverse tool skill that you will wow your future job target. Okay.
Professor, I think the Tableau it will be important for us to land a new job, and for R, because most of us have little knowledge and I don't know much about R. So it's such a short 8 weeks of course. It's impossible for us to handle a new language like R. So maybe Python and Tableau is pretty good.
I would encourage you a little bit to slow down. If you actually use Python, R is not far away from it. I know you would want to do Python. I could do both, Tableau and Python.
Yeah,
but I want to kind of like
for example, previously have a class use Scala. Unfortunately, we also same thing. We cannot handle Scala in a short class. In such like 8 weeks, 2 months of class, it's not possible to learn or handle a new language.
I
think Tableau is very good.
I'm going to use Tableau. If I introduce you to something new, you would have the code step by step. Okay. You would have the script uploaded. If you were to look inside the course content for the first week, I have already given you some kind of flexibility of understanding. I am not going to overload you. I would definitely walk you through it where you can function very well. Okay, and you gotta trust me on this. It's good for you to be exposed for 3 of them. And I want you to understand that this is very important that you actually get exposed to all of them. I am okay with Python, R, and Tableau. And all of these, even if you don't feel comfortable with one, I will walk you through it, even in my own time. Make sure that you would want to open your mind to get comfortable with both of them. R and Python, Tableau is a must. Okay? Tableau is a must.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay. And I promise you, if you were to search for your dream jobs in the future, you're going to see that they ask for these 3. I'm okay if you want to focus on one, but I want you to also get a taste of the R. Okay? Now, that's my name. My name is Faith Bradley. I live in Washington, D.C. I have taught data mining, machine learning, and data visualization at the George Washington University. My LinkedIn is here. Please LinkedIn to me because I would like to know about your background and how can I assist you to further your career and your education objective. My email is right there. It's faithbradley@usa.com. You can email me. I would respond within 24 hours, unless if it's a weekend. I will take a bit longer, and it will be a Monday morning. You would got my email. I think that's logical. If you feel like there is some urgency to contact me, you would have my coordinates and my phone number available for you. Text me before you call me, and I would respond as quickly as possible. Now, everything you need about this course is available for you in the syllabus. Please look at the syllabus for, I'm not going to change anything. I would update it in case of emergency, but it's going to be set in stone as we have it today. Required material and textbook, you don't have to buy anything. I will update it for you frequently. If you need any material extra, you would have it in the reading material prior to the class with 1 week, and I will announce it as needed. And you will be more comfortable because you'll have 7 days before the class to look over it. I do not believe in overloading you, and I believe in working systematically. If you have any question, again, reach out for me. Make sure you read the syllabus and get comfortable with it. This course is supposed to be a lot of information and fun. It's going to be about you communicating data visualization and information in clear, effective way. Again, we will use Python, R, and Tableau. Some of you will be concerned a little bit, but you don't need to. I will make sure that you would have the script for all, and then you would not feel overloaded. We will walk with it and you will be fine. And I promise you, by the end of the course, you'll be very happy. You will able to learn it that much. You will learn data visualization using machine learning algorithm analysis, conduct exploratory analysis, and understand the core concept of data visualization, supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Use data visualization representation and craft visual presentation. Okay? Now I'm gonna stop and I wanna ask you, are you all comfortable with this? Any question?
Sounds good.
Sounds great. All right, so remember, each time that we finish the class, all the content, including the script and your homework assignment, it will be appearing in the file folder named exactly as the following. I'm going to include your chapter, I'm going to include your script, and I'm including the data that we will use for this class.
Question, Professor, this is Pen. About
Yes.
this data visualization in terms of graphics. Can it be presented in a video?
You
Like
can, absolutely, I don't mind. You can be creative as much as you can, but you have to have a reason. And we'll go over it very slowly.
Okay.
You can present anything you want to. If you want to use it in a interactive interface format, if you want to present it in just simple graph, it's up to you, but there has to be a valid reason. Okay?
Okay.
You're welcome. Now, to start with, before we go any farther, we need to understand what's data visualization. And we're going to go with the basics. So data visualization is a graphic representation that expresses the significance of data. It reveals a deep insight of the data, and it gives us some sort of recognition of pattern that immediately not visible in the raw data. It is not it can be some sort of high skills of art that which communicate the most relevant information, number, measurement, and it is actually very important to allow our audience to understand what we're trying to communicate. The primary goal for data visualization is to communicate information in a clear, effective way. If we cannot communicate it in an effective way, we have lost our audience. Sometimes we look at bringing functionality with extreme sophistication and beautification to make things say enough without just throwing numbers. So to convey the idea effectively, we need to learn some aspect in how to present these data. Now that's just summing what's data visualization. That will include and mixed with machine learning algorithm will be vital skill for you, because sometimes before you actually start your data and analysis, you're going to visualize the data to recognize some sort of patterns, and then you implemented your most important or critical models that you would try to communicate. Now, this is a very important part of data visualization. You would see this map everywhere because we're teaching you in an academic, sophisticated way. You got to understand that this is part of data visualization history. One of the first way for us to communicate data was by Napoleon March. And as you've seen, it's in the 1869. I'm sure there is much more sophisticated or older graphs that shows data, but this is one that was recognized. As you see, it was one of the idea of this map is to visualize some sort of information. It represents geographic information, and it represented in a very sophisticated way. As you've seen, it's incredible because it shows the location of the armies and Napoleon with the Russian campaign, and it's actually dated 1812. Sometimes it was like included data that produced visualization below, and you can see it. So why am I presenting this? You need to understand the history of data visualization and why this was important. In ancient time, it's going to give you more precise kind of sort of the map. Now, the second here, you have some of the examples you could watch. These examples are video of showing one of the most sophisticated way of visualization. One of them is New York Times and a map-based visualization of crime. There is a lot of visualization available for us. As I said to you, even for COVID-19, we look at map and we can see things even clearly when it comes to health issues. And I am gonna stop for 1 second and I will ask you, what is the most amazing data visualization you have seen for COVID-19 because it's impact our life and it's current?
Data from University John Hopkins.
John Hopkins. Okay, anyone else?
Test and tracing.
Okay. You see it in CDC, whose organization? John Hopkins. You could see it for crimes. You could see it for, you actually look at your Bank of America dashboard and it shows you your spending and your current balance, and it shows you graph of how you spend your money. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, even in personal level. We call these dashboards, and it's basically information and data that is showing how things happen. Now, let's go ahead a little bit and look at this example. In this example, you're seeing some sort of report of monthly revenue, product and region, which was the highest product of the region of last month. Can you see it and tell me? Pretty confusing, right? Yes? You're gonna look for the highest spending and you're gonna spend more time, and you're probably not into retails and you don't know what this product is. So data visualization is not personal preference. It's actually important and necessary because it saves you a lot of time. And the first step for us to understand data, you should always look and examine these data. And in here you see product A, B, and C, and D. And literally in your mind, you're gonna say, okay, I'm not into selling these products. I'm not into it. So I'm not so sure which one I'm gonna take a little bit of time, correct? Yes?
Correct.
All right, so let's make it easy. How is that?
Much better.
Absolutely. So remember, pictures have superiority of effect. Why? Because you can return the information that's relevant so quickly, and it's higher than word. And you can just look there and tell me which is the highest product now.
Product D.
Product D.
See? And instead of you spending times, someone just colored the information for you to see it quickly, and automatically you knew what's relevant and what's not. Given that, I'm telling you, if you master this skill, you will probably be able to grab the concept so quickly. So not only I want you to visualize data, I want you to understand what matters, okay? Now, let's change the speed a little bit and talk about machine learning. Machine learning, do you guys have any background on machine learning first?
I think we have a part of it, yes.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Okay, if you don't, that's fine. In machine learning, we work with single input, some sort of information, and we try to predict some sort of outcome. We use some parameter of learning. So sometimes we have a summation. We try to kind of like predict something based on what we know, right? So let's go ahead and try to see a little bit of information about machine learning. So what type of machine learning do we have? 3 types. What are they?
Supervised, unsupervised, and reinforced learning.
And reinforcement learning. And each one of them is different. What is the difference between supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement? Supervised, you guys going to be?
Known, something known already, the labeled.
Yes. And unsupervised?
Not labeled, you do not know the thing you have to figure out.
And reinforcement, learn as?
I think it would be reinforcement would be considered interactive. You give some feedback, continued learning from the environment.
And so now we're going to go ahead and look at this next. So what's machine learning for us and data visualization? Machine learning is a subfield of computer science involved the study of pattern recognition and computational learning in theory of artificial intelligence. And as you see, Samuel defined it, machine learning as the field study of giving computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. You don't have to program it every time. You just do some sort of summation and then it will look at the data. Now, let's go a little bit and look at data visualization with machine learning. And you're gonna get excited about this. The main goals of supervised learning, as you've seen, we label and train data, which we talked about it. And here we look at the term supervised for simply looking at the label. Task-driven recognition classification, as you mentioned, guys. An example is predictive modeling, processing, making decision, like using mail, trying to predict if the email is spam or not spam. Learning how to construct program with automatic learning with experience. Now, look at this example. Okay, 1 is the input, and we have the output is 1. Second one is 2, and then 4. 4 is 16. 5 is 25. 6 is 36. What do you think we have been doing here?
To the second power.
Number by itself.
Okay. Now, what would be the output for the following 7?
49.
49.
And for 10?
100.
Okay, now if you were to visualize that, how would it look like?
Exponential.
And to
All
the second
right.
power.
Now, this is machine learning algorithm methods. The first one, you're very familiar with it, is decision tree. This is how you visualize the decision tree. Second one is support vector machine of how you separated the data. Third is a regression. If you were to pick a way to visualize the data that we have, which way would you choose?
The third one.
Exactly. Now, this is also, the second one you have is naive Bayes. And here we have the random forest, and the last one is the random forest, and hidden Markov model. The hidden Markov model, what would it present? What do you think it would look like? Does it look like some sort of a chart that looks at time?
I think the middle one look like, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one is like, what's it kind of continually learning.
And it's showing the time over a period of time. It's good for stock, it's good for something that we don't know, we're learning over time. Now, there is also a recurring neural network, long short-term memory and convolutional, but we're not gonna go over this. We're just gonna look at how we separate the data this way. Now, the decision boundary, we decide how to separate the data set. If you have a way to look at it, and it's actually looking at attribute, it makes a lot of sense to use data visualization, correct? Yes?
Yes.
So why do we visualize data? A good visualization obviously reduces time, and it gives you some sort of insight. And this was a very simple examples just to let you think about machine learning and data visualization. Okay? Anyone have any question? You guys have any question? Okay, so I have a question for you. If you have a decision, you have a car, well, let me try it again. You have a car and it's a self-driving car, and you have a dashboard and it's going to show you things on this car. What do you think in the dashboard it would have?
Speedometer.
And in the speedometer, how do you visualize it?
Numbers. I don't know. How
Sensor.
fast it's going.
You would use some decision trees. And the decision trees is going to tell you if you did this, this is the speed, this is what's going to happen. In your dashboard in the car is going to tell you with the decision tree, if something is missing, how do you go back, how to use sensor, and it's going to give you the decision. If you did not drive correct, it's going to tell you you're off the road. If the temperature is bad, it's going to tell you this, because it's collect information from outside and make suggested decision for you. Okay? Now, I'm not going to make you build a dashboard because that's a higher level of information and visualization. So let's go over what's the difference between data visualization and data information management and dashboard. Data visualization, you're letting the data speak for you. Data information management is how the data is displayed for the outside, and it includes a lot of dashboards for people to make an educated decision based on how you display the information, okay? Now, we wanted to reduce time and create an insight. And if you are working with data, the first things you do when you import a file, what do you do? Visualize the data. Why do we try to visualize the data?
I think we try to make a decision.
Okay, and the decision is what? If there is outliers.
Outlier.
And then pattern. How is this data separated? Do you see how many methods can we separate the data with? It comes basically to choosing ways we look at the data. It's going to speak to us. And then we're going to test this method and see if it's actually going to give us a deeper insight and continue. Now, let's look at some data. How many sets of data we have here?
Four.
Okay.
Four.
Yeah.
Okay, we have X and Y. We don't know what's the relationship between these data, right?
Like before, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you actually understand what this data about? Can you examine it? No. It's
No.
very complicated. And if you have a lot of record, if you have thousands of record, how are you going to do that? It's going to take a lot of time, right?
Mm.
Okay, so let's go over the next one. Here, we're looking at the data in much more organized. We have mean, variance, mean of Y, variance of Y, correlation between X and Y, linear regression, right? You see it in the bottom?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're trying to do some statistical analysis, maybe some inference on the data. We want to see what's the average of the data, how they far these data points from each other. We don't really know how they look like. Now, what is a better way to do this? Okay.
Roughly, yeah.
Can you guys explain to me, what do you see here? This is the first one is what?
Categorization.
Regression analysis, which mean one impact each other and they go in the same direction high. It could be price of a house, the first step. the price of a house and how many rooms, it goes higher. Or if you're more educated, you probably get paid more. The second one, it doesn't look like that way. The third one, we have one outlier. The third one, how does it look like? Do you think that regression analysis will work perfect for the fourth one? You see number fourth? No, but we see an outlier, right? Okay, so you could see how data visualization help us, right? Now, it is important for us when we do data exploration to examine the data prior to actually deciding which model we're going to use to extract some information and get some insight from these data that it might contain. So if we have an outlier, we can visualize it, remove it. So what if I have a data set about you guys? I know that your age is between probably 21 all the way to 40 or above. And then I'm looking and I know I'm looking at your age and your earning income. And I have somehow, instead of 20, I have someone with the age of 220. What do you think have happened? If I visualize the data and I have one data point, one student, and Jose, your age was 220.
That data is not correct.
And I can correct it because his age is 22 and someone has added 0. So now we understand, even as an analyst, we could actually identify things that is wrong with the data before we actually implement our analysis. And when you start as a team in your career, which probably most of you work as an analyst already, if you started your career and you're still not into that field yet, you're going to work with a team and you're going to visualize data, and it's very important. While majority in research has been on the output, on the creation of visualization, it's an important aspect to first understand it and present it. As you've seen, you're going to use it, you're going to use a lot of software for exploration of your data set, where you're going to allow your other user to understand and view the relevant features of the data set. And you're going to use different steps to look at your variable, and you're going to look at the interesting observation that might separate data points from each other, okay? Any questions? Many questions. Now, I'm just feeding you some thoughts about why data visualization is important, how you possibly could use it. And I have given you some sort of chart to look at data before and prior that being visualized or highlighted the most important element of the data. And I showed you how it saved times. So now let's go over another example. You see this example again? This is again the highlight. This is again going to go over the product. Now, these are the same example I had before, but look at these data. How many L7s appear? Don't count. What is the difference now? You can count it. We don't want to do that. That's a waste of your time, right? Right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I counted it, 17.
Look at this. That's when we start with data visualization. Data visualization is very important. Not only we are going to look at visualization by using simple ways of looking at the data in lines, and we're not going to look at it in chart. We're not going to look at it in table. There is many ways for us to visualize our sets of data, and not all of them is going to be in a graph. And that because the eyes, our eyes, look at colors, look at data points, and not everywhere we are going to use the same way to visualize the data. That's why you have the Excel sheet from the airline. And I gave you simple, like not that complicated data set to challenge you when you work with your data visualization, to kind of like understand the use of colors, the use of presentation, and how that helps your perception when you're looking at data. We are going to start with Tableau. I assume every one of you have Tableau. Yes? No, you don't, Jennifer.
Nope.
Jennifer,
Not everybody. Professor.
Yeah, we have a license already.
I think it's awesome. You should, Jennifer, take advantage of the license. It's free from the university. It's 1 year. Really, really cool tool. Even if you use it for your personal spending, you're going to enjoy it so much to look how much you can save using internet, cell phones. It's a very good tool. And I know that it's not meant for personal use just, but I want you to play with it and get comfortable. You're going to love it. You're really going to love it. Now, I want to ask you, when we color any chart, why do we care about colors?
Because different colors are easier to spot really easily or harder to see, especially on a white background, or will pop out from the surrounding data more.
Okay, Juliet, stay with me. You know, in a norm, some colors is not really, really great, right? So what color would you think that is scary or alerting or fiery?
Red.
Red. We do not ignore or go against the norms. And some of the norms, some colors indicate norms. When we see red and put numbers around red, what goes to our mind?
This is bad numbers. We don't like these.
So,
Something dangerous.
all right, great. However, sometimes maybe we want to use it to alert people and shock them. You can't ignore the norms color if you have purpose. Do not have purpose, don't do it. It's meant to be that we make data visualization in significant, amazing way. We're not supposed to do things that are meaningless and waste of time and clutter our own information and waste our time looking at 7,000 colors, lots of information that's irrelevant. Why? We have information everywhere. We have limited amounts of time. We need to capture the essence of our information as quick as possible and communicate it, not waste our time and not search for everything. We search for the things that matter and communicate and visualize it in a way that is significant. Is that clear? Yes?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you something that you would enjoy and you would understand even deeper. There is people who study space and color and visualization. I'm not going to make you into an artist. I would love to. But I would like to make you into an amazing individual who communicate data in the best way, and everybody would respect your finding and understand that you're a very professional data scientist or data analyst. And even if that's not going to be your field, you may not be, there is a whole field of people who study specifically data visualization as an analyst, and that's their things, that's their niche. If you're not that type of person, I want you to work on a team and try to criticize other people's work and lead a successful team in the future. Okay?
Okay.
Now, let's go ahead a little bit and we are going to look at how we look at the data, the length and the width. 2D dimension. Well, 3D have a depth, 2D, a little bit of depth, and the length shows some sort of comparison, correct? We do this when we use chart, and we are going to do a little bit of chart today with Tableau. It's going to be fun. You are going to get engaged in it, and you're going to tell me in your own mind, how did you feel about doing this chart? This is something that I cannot force you to practice, but you're going to do it in your own. Julia, I hope you are able to kind of like illustrate the length of the width of the airline using some colors. And I try to guys to engage you as much as you can because, you know, me speaking in the computer and you listening, it can be boring, but I want you to kind of like get excited and drink your Starbucks coffee, Jennifer, and then try to say something to me that we could work together, the magic of data visualization using machine learning algorithm analysis. Now, think about some things that you would like to see and visualize in data with 3-dimension and 2-dimension because we want to gain depth. What do you think? A map?
Yes.
Yeah?
Would ancient hieroglyphs be an example?
Yeah. And Jose, that is interesting, but also how about the length of chart? What do you think that's good for disease? Death rate or mortality rate, which way would you label something? Death rate or mortality rate? Okay, Mary, if I want to scare people from COVID-19, which one would I use? Death rate or mortality rate?
Death rate.
Death rate, yay! We want to use these kind of alerting labels. Who makes the labels in R and Python and Tableau? Who makes the label? You guys. You as a data scientist, you're gonna make the label, you're gonna call it whatever you want to. Your goal is to communicate it and make it so fast and efficient to the level you want it, right? Now, let's go ahead. Now, look at this. We looked at the number 17 before. How does that look like? Would you have liked to count it? No. This is better, right? 17 appear, 7 appears 17, and then 3 appear more, and then 1 appear 18 times, and 0. And this is a very useful way to visualize information. Okay? All right? Now, how about this? That look good to you. Speak to me because we are going to use Tableau in a few minutes.
The number 1 chart looks cleaner and better and tells a lot of information.
I think the bar chart is
It's
better
less
present.
information. Yeah, it's very difficult to
No,
recognize.
the one on the left, the one on the left is more clear because it tells which number and how many times occurs.
Okay, now let's go
I mean
back.
the right, sorry, the right.
Okay, let's go back. If you have to choose between both, which one would you pick?
I choose this one.
The bar chart.
The bar chart, the digits frequency is better.
It's more informative. It's very quickly to find information from here and it's next.
Easily to
slide.
figure out who is the top or the bottom, and you've highlighted very quickly.
Okay, now let's go back for a little bit, and I need to ask you a question. If you work with a team, you probably will, because data product is big. You might have 1,000, maybe 5,000 records, maybe more. And your team overachiever, and you were arguing with one of your team who really spent a lot of time creating pie chart using Python, R, or Tableau, and he presented data like this, and another person presented data like that. What would you say? Yes. You don't want to insult your team members, and you're going to say, for the purpose of this research, it looks that the pie chart might be the most suitable way to visualize this type of data. Okay?
Quick to identify that one, yes. It's a preference, yeah, I would say.
Well, now, I encourage you not to argue with your team, and instead, be specific, saying, for the nature of the data that we have, this probably could be the best way to communicate and present our finding. Okay? Now, why am I presenting you these both? Because guess what? In a few minutes, you are going to play with Tableau, and you're going to try somewhat to visualize data for me and you're going to show me which one did you pick and why. And it's not going to be that difficult.
So in the Tableau, can I make the bar the multicolor rather than the single color?
Oh, don't jump so quickly, Charles.
Okay.
You're going to do it on your own, and I think you should be excited.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I am going to stop for 1 second. Do you guys have any question? It's okay.
Dr. Bradley,
Yes.
I don't have a question, but it's just a comment that I noticed that at the end of this class, I will be able to determine which type of graph or chart to use in any kind of data that that is presented to me or that I have collected. That's what I'm foreseeing.
Which is what I want you to do. I'm not going to be there for you when you finish the course, but I want you to use your sense, and I want you to see it from the eyes of people who's around you. You really communicate everything sufficiently and effective quickly. And that's something, Mary, will be something that you gain after you finish this class. You're going to be critique of your own self. Not only that, you're going to learn the skill, and then you're going to look and sit back and think, well, I worked hard in this, but this looks better. And that's how am I going to present these sets of data. Okay? Not that I discourage you from exploring different methods to present the data. I encourage you highly to do so, but I also encourage you to use the logic of not complicating things. I want you to make it simple, significant, and to the point. You want people to remember what mattered and make it visually appealing and concise and precise. Now, this is the problem with label, color problem. It looks like a lots of color. Hard to make visual comparison between anything. Do we get the same information? Absolutely not. We just decided that the other way is better. Now, visualization. Remember, colors, numbers, and how you present chart and pie matter. Now, sequential color is important if you want to change gradual change. Okay, it's okay to use sequential. Diversion, it's like you have a middle color and then you have going both ways. That's great for inference analysis. If you're using, you know what is inference analysis? You know, the t-distribution, you want to look at two data sets going in both ways and you want to see sequential. Category, if you want to categorize everything in certain label, you want to categorize things. Highlight, what we have done. When did we use highlight?
In the 7s.
Yes. Now I want you to know and think for a little bit. 1 minute, and we have alert, everything looks the same except one color. 1 minute and tell me when in your life you looked at a dashboard, and let's start with your car, your bank account, your cell phone. When did you see these colors appear? So you can relate it to your daily life.
The alert has sometimes sent by fire, like a cow fire, and nowadays, and all the time, like some Amber Alerts, we get often in the phone. Like
floods, Amber Alert in your car. When something goes wrong, it's always like orange or red. Did you notice? In your
red most of.
Say that again?
I mean, red most, yeah.
Now, if you look at chart for healthcare, when they're looking at irregularity of any patient, it turns to red if something goes wrong. It goes in everything, like in everything you could see. Anything and everything you could see, the colors has an impact. And it actually, they're playing with your psychology to make you alert. Blue mean calms, red mean alerting. How about green? Money. How about black? Well, did you ever see greens, like literally green, something growing, money, increase? Look at labor dashboard. It always have a greens in it. So if you're dealing with money and increase in profitable, There was a great, and I'm going to try to get it for you guys. There is a great data visualization. It was made by New York Times to show which better decision you will make if you are in COVID-19. We all are panicking. COVID-19 is impacting people. Is it better for you to buy or rent a house? And they're looking at how you spend that. And then you're going to think, well, okay, green if it looks better, red it looks bad. Well, actually, believe it or not, the New York Times actually developed these articles about 2 weeks ago, and they visualize that. I'll look into it because it can be important and good product for you for your class. I'll try next class, next Wednesday, to bring it for you for the class so you could have a taste of it and get excited, because this is something you could do anything with it, whether you are in fashion. I have a student from my other classes who works in fashion industry. He looked at an increase in men apparel by 1.9%. Men are buying clothes more than women. How exciting for you guys. But it's exciting because you can invest in it. And I know we are gonna follow the money. We're gonna do amazing data. We're gonna communicate this data to improve your quality of life and the life of people around you and make them understand your finding. Now, we talked a little bit about the colors. I know most people who are serious with numbers, they feel color does not matter. I know you're not artistic. You're not gonna be a painter. You're not into graphic design. But guess what? It matters when it comes to data visualization. That's why we cover it, because even though that you could be the best programmer or data analyst, colors can communicate things you cannot do with numbers alone or even word. So therefore, you need to know how to use the color when you visualize your data. Okay? Any question? No one have any question? I have a question for you. What is your favorite colors?
Red.
Yes. Pink,
Green.
isn't it? Red or
Blue.
Blue, navy blue.
Navy blue. So now someone has gone around, and you've probably seen it in many platforms. They say that the colors you like represent something about how people see you. The animal you like is represent something about how you see yourself. And if you actually combine both, you could be very powerful. But I would recommend for you too, not to violate the principle of data visualization and colors, which going against the norm of your own audience you're communicating the data with. So do not go against that, because you will be very unproductive. Even if you're passionate about red, Julia, you'll put red in everything, right? Now,
Okay, I like yellow and green too.
which is awesome. We like green. We are gonna all go after the money, and you're gonna remember Dr. Bradley and your university that educates you, and you're gonna make us all chairs, right? And you're gonna contribute to our research. Now, we talked about color visualization. We talked about using certain ways, which we used some chart. Let's go into sequential. This is important for maps. If you want to show some diversity of heat maps or temperature, it's showing unemployment. How do you feel about this figure? Which is the state that shows the highest unemployment in the United States? Can you tell me?
Nevada. Well, highest? Nevada is one of them.
Is California up there?
Close.
Okay. Now,
California and Nevada. Nevada might be the highest, isn't it?
The darker is the higher is.
Yeah. Nevada, what's
But
this here?
it depends on population. If you say per million people, then it's one thing. If you say the total, is another thing.
This is by employment rate.
mm-hmm.
Is a rate only.
It's a rate.
Yeah.
Guess what? If you're actually looking at this, how do you feel about reading this map? Do you feel excited? Do you feel like it?
Nah, it's not
Yeah.
good.
Good, just overview, but it doesn't give you much like deeper information.
So, is this the current employment rate number?
It was
No.
about, this is about a year ago. We did not.
Okay, okay.
We didn't
So
want to
otherwise, the election going to be a challenging issues for Donald Trump for this way. So,
But guess what? I didn't want to depress you, but you shouldn't be depressed because people who's in data science, they're doing very good.
okay.
Yeah, people in technology and data science, they're doing great. So I didn't want to go into picking up the labor department last statistic. This is actually not mine, but it's the big book dashboard. And you can actually try to look for any dashboard that communicated unemployment. But I want you to think, would that be something would you choose if you want to describe an employment rate? Think about it to yourself. If you were to create a map, which you're gonna do now, more than you think, sooner, you will create a heat map, you will create dashboards, and you would work with storytelling and getting information using Tableau. Now, would you pick something like that?
I'll say it depends.
Okay. Yeah, I would pick something else like maybe yellow and red. They have an orangey diverse color. Now, how about this highlight colors for Washington? We have a state, we have some sort of years, and we have cell by state. So you can see Washington. You see this highlight, why?
Spiking.
Very
Because
good.
Washington starts spiking.
And gone up. And we don't know exactly what they're selling. Are they selling homes? Are they selling anything? But it alerts you that there is high increase in that level. And if you were an investor or a real estate developer, your immediate response will feel like, oh my God, this is really impressive. I might go there and buy, or maybe I will avoid. Which one would you avoid?
The one going down, Virginia.
Virginia looks horrible, right? Yeah, so now you could see it in your own mind and thoughts just by looking. Now, how about this? What do you think of this?
What's the budget?
19 days.
Does it look good to you?
Yeah.
Nah. Nah. You could see the percentage, maybe 97%. I like the idea of them putting the percentage, but do you think having the percentage is actually data visualization? No.
I can compare with some base information. It just give me some kind of digital. I don't understand what it's about.
Because of labeling and definitely the way it was put together, even though that it was maybe great visualization, but if you don't label it correct, you're probably not going to get anything. Now, that's before we leave, but we're not leaving yet because we are going to do something exciting. So let me stop sharing my screen with you, and we are going to use Tableau. So go ahead and download the data set. And I am going to try to upload my Tableau. So the data set I gave you was very simple. It's not that big of a deal. I actually want to go ahead and open the camera, share my screen again. Do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I want you to go ahead and when you start your Tableau, save everything in one file for this class. Open your Tableau. It's an Excel sheet. When you open Tableau, if you were to go here, you're going to actually open the file. And you're going to find your file location and connect the data.
So where is the file now? Is it in the shared drive?
Yes.
Which directory? Let me see. I'm in the.
Let me me see if I can actually stop sharing and put the file for you without you not doing anything. Hold on. I am gonna put the file for you.
Oh, okay, I see it in the week 1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the airline.
Airline comparison. Okay, we can open that directly. Yeah.
I just want you to upload the file, and when you open the file, you are going to able to see the data set. And then the data set, I need you to connect the data. This is simple. It's just Tableau is like a Word document. You could just load file easy to it. Everybody has Tableau first.
I'm just starting download and installing now.
So we just open the file, isn't it?
Yes.
I have a question for you. We have 2 versions. One is Tableau desktop. Another one is Tableau prep. Which one should be more appropriate for us to use?
You're going to use Tableau desktop.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to open this one Excel file. Okay.
You're just going to go into the beginning, open the Excel file. It's going to extract it. Excel file is very, very tiny. I made up this, I actually did not make it up. I just gathered a small data set about airlines. Do you like airline? How many people like to fly? Everybody miss flying, right?
Okay, I
got it. I work for airlines.
Which airline, Malaki?
Michael, Alaska Airlines.
Alaska. Maybe we'll get us a discount, we all fly. But I'll tell you this is exciting because we're gonna compare airlines around the globe in their profits. And it's gonna be divided by continents. When you're able to download the file and connect it, when you are ready, let me know.
I opened from directly. So we need to put it in our own drive, isn't it?
Yes.
Excel file, not the TWB file, isn't it?
No, don't use the DW. That is a workbook, and it gives you a solution for what I have. And I just want you to open it.
So where's the link?
In the share drive. And under the class directory, week 1, something. Week 10.
I don't have the access to the drive still.
You don't have access? I thought that Professor Jen has given you the link for it.
It sent me the link, but when I click it, it tell me I don't have the access.
Yeah, if can send through the chat.
Give me 1 second.
What did you see in the message?
I send it on the chat.
Yeah, just from the chat, open it. That's easy for now.
I am actually going to open the file, and in the chat, you're going to see the file. It's called P1 Airline Comparison.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, when you get the file, let me know. Just download the file.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 12 airline, isn't it? Oh, no, not less than that one. It's that's 2016, 15.
Okay, listen. I made this easy file because I deliberately did not want you to miss with data. Guess what? If you have a file that is large, you're going to do data mining, look at the data, actually how it looks like, and that's by itself going to do someone else's work when you work in an organization. All I cared about that to give you a small file, you save and try to test data visualization with it. Now, once you download the file, I'm going to give people the time to download the file so we could actually work on it together. The goal is to make you aware of how to visualize data in your own time. Pretty much, it's important, as important, to know what type of data you're going to pull together. I did not want you to use AutoPython yet, because I thought, like, let's start slowly, warm you up for the first class, and then we will build on your skill higher as we go further with the course. So, having said that, and I'm trying to talk while you download this, keep in mind, everything you're going to do need to be simple, significant, and visually can communicate something. Tableau is very easy for us. It's going to give you all the tools you need to visualize the data. It's easier than probably Python and R. It's only allowing you to bring the data together and see and visualize the story and communicate and get the story for other people. You could build a dashboard with Tableau, like the one you have in your car, and other people from the outside. If you actually deploy this into the outside of your organization, people could actually look at what your information visualize, and it won't change your database. Now, once you download it, please tell me you have. Sorry, I've been talking too much because I wanted not to bore you, and I didn't want to go without everybody. How do you upload the data? Marina, if you go on into Tableau, you see that little scary things. If you go on into here to file, you click more, and then you click on the file, wherever you saved it. Are you following me? You click on it, and then it will upload, okay?
I just copy it to my own computer, so.
Okay.
So the Excel sheet has 2 tabs. So is it going to open both or just the first one?
It's gonna open both.
I can see sheet 1 and sheet 2.
Keep as they are, doesn't matter. We're trying, I made the cheat because you've gone into my workbook. Let me stop sharing my screen. Are you seeing my screen, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because I don't want to give you the solution for what I'm trying to do. So remember, you're not supposed to see exactly what I'm doing because you're gonna come up with your own way of visualizing the data. Now, when you go into the sheet, if you have, in the sheet, you're gonna have a column and a row, right?
Correct.
Yes, and in the corner of a Tableau, you're gonna have revenue and airline, right?
Revenue and airline, yeah. Revenue and region or something.
Revenue, region, airlines, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to do me a favor and do not compare it with anyone else. I want you to do this solidly by your own, not to try to be an expert, you're not, and try to drag revenue, put it in a row or a column, and then tell me where you have put it. And it doesn't matter where you put it.
It's already in the column, the revenue.
It shouldn't be, remove it.
Revenue is in the column, the airline one, isn't it?
I do not want you to have it like that. You copied the solution, which you shouldn't.
I don't see any option because when I click on the drop down, the arrow, it does not have any option for me to choose at all.
Okay, let me show you this. Share the screen again with you. You have the screen like this, correct?
Hold on.
No, we don't have this screen like this. Or maybe I didn't upload. I don't have the chart on the right palette and on the right.
On the left side for the table, I don't see what you have on the table. Mine is blank.
Yeah, mine did the same. Something mine may not be. Okay, I can see some palettes in the bottom.
Okay, no worries. You have the same screen overall? You have columns and rows?
You should connect first to the file.
Yeah, I see the red exclamation mark after that data P1-airline-comparison on the right-hand side. It says there was a problem connecting to the data source. Try editing the data source.
I did just open it. Should I connect it or just open it?
What do you mean by that? You're not supposed to connect it. Go ahead.
I just opened it. See the file open, I did.
I did the file open, but I do have this error. I see it's not able to connect to the data source.
Jennifer, you and I would need to work together. I'm going to log into your computer and we're going to work together. The two of you who has a problem, staff class, I'm going to log into your computer, or go ahead to the course shell and look for week 1. You're going to see you're going to see the file not in an Excel, Word WB, but make sure the data and the work files connected to each other. I'm giving you the solution, but the data need to be available with it. You download the Excel file, right?
Yes.
The location, go ahead and go to the first, the course material. You would find the solution for what I'm going through, okay? Anybody
Okay.
else have the same?
Quick question before you continue. So I think this screen that you're showing us, it's kind of like where you can like drag and drop to the columns and rows, right? How do I switch between this and like what I have right now is kind of like just a tabulation of the data. Oh yeah, this one. This is what I have right now.
Sheet.
Let me see what do you have. I don't see anything in my case. Yeah, something like this, something similar, but I don't have a graph at all. Something like
I have
study.
a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I have a little similarity like current screen.
Have this?
Yeah, yeah, that's what we have. So how do I go to like the
I have
other?
this one.
This is the bottom. New sheet.
Okay, okay.
Sheet and new. That's a new sheet.
New sheet. You see the plus sign? This is
Yeah, I do now. Thank you.
Okay.
There's a plus sign. Let me see. Where's the plus sign?
Lower left-hand corner.
Oh, that one. Okay, lower left, sheet 1, sheet 2. Isn't that sheet? Okay. So I click the first, first one is a chart.
Are you in Excel? Whose screen is this? I'm not. Who's sharing their screen?
Yeah, somebody got the, yeah, hand got the.
When you connect the file from here, you see where I clicked? This corner is where the file needs to be connected. You are going to see the data source. Easy?
Yeah, we have this page, something similar to this page, yes.
Okay, now.
Okay, I'm on this page, and then should I click on the sheet 1, airline 1?
Sheet 1, yeah, click on sheet.
Sheet, so they come in a new sheet, yeah.
Okay, everybody in the same page.
Not yet. Where's the?
Yeah.
Where should I click?
Okay, easy.
Now I got it. So you have to click on airline 1 under that sheets category, and then after that, then you down at the bottom next to the data source, click on to sheet 1.
Okay. To make your life easy and to make you all effective, I need you to work on teams. Why? Because you are going to work together through the semester. If one does not understand something, they're going to explain to each other, and I will help you one-on-one.
Okay.
Okay, now hold on. If you look at the data source, this is the data, we opened the file. If you look at the sheet, it's basically like your canvas, how you're going to look at the data.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, everybody have that?
Yes.
Yeah, I have that, but I don't have a spreadsheet.
You don't have?
I am
Just
still.
a sheet, just a sheet, no spread, just a sheet.
Okay. Now,
Just I have this page.
Yeah.
I don't have the on the table. I don't have those airline 1. So I need to open the file first before.
you need to open the file. Okay, now hold on for 1 second. What I need you to do, pick up these and drag them in here. Experimental. You don't need to know exactly what you're doing. Why? It's gonna show you how the data look like. Now I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and I want you to do it. You don't have to be an expert.
Drag from
Here, drag, drop anything. Drag in here.
Oh, to the column or the row, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I want you to drag and return and try to see what would look more suitable for you. You could drag it like you drag here, revenue, and put it here. And it looks weird and you feel like, okay, I don't like it here. And then drag something and try to visualize it.
So Professor, I have an unrecognized file format.
Oh, it did some bar chart.
Okay, just try to do it and then tell me how it look like, and then I'm going to share what I have for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see if I can change in that format.
Why I am doing this? I want you to play with data, and as frustrated as it is, don't get shy. Jennifer,
Yep.
and make it easy. How about my beloved friend who was with me? She disappeared, and I was hoping she's gonna be there.
Julia?
Yeah, Julia's gone. Really, Julia's? You here, Julia?
Yeah, I want to drag the thing to the right side.
Here.
I got the error message.
All right, Julia, did you try? It's okay.
I just got Tableau to open.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I am just working on uploading the file.
So promise me not to be frustrated. This is easy. It's
Yeah.
fun. First time, it's gonna be frustrating you. Second time, you won't be frustrated at all. And I know most of you feeling like, oh, how do I get this? This is easy as eating chocolate. You're never gonna have a problem, I promise. First time, the more you do it, if you spend 1,000 hours doing something, you'll be perfect at it.
So I have this
Beautiful.
error occur.
Look at that,
It's
impressive.
a Microsoft Excel reader. I don't know why.
Okay, now let me share everybody try to do something with your data. I'm fine if you don't do it perfect. I am totally fine. Promise. You learn by doing. This is about you getting to visualize data. I will teach you the theory, but I want you to do the work. Beautiful, okay? Okay, come on,
Okay.
Jennifer. Show us what you got.
Let me see. I'm still playing around.
That's fine. Take your time. You don't have to be expert. Getting to learn. Anyone else? Steph?
I got a bar chart, so.
All right.
I thought,
Can I
thought that
show my
very
error?
interesting ones, circles with colors.
Yeah. Scatter plot. Patrick, is it scatter plot?
Oh, okay. Scat plot.
All right.
Yep.
Do not at all be shy. The more you do things, even if you put yourself up in display, the better you'll do it another time.
Oh, you mean what you want us to show the screen?
Yeah, show your screen. That's fine.
Did you see my screen here?
It looks good.
Yeah.
So it shows the revenue of these 2 years of airline one. Fiscal year 2015 and 2016 to comparison. That
Okay.
action, yeah.
And guess
I
what?
can start sharing for next person.
Okay. Let me see if I can share mine.
Okay, please go ahead. Thank you guys.
Did anybody see my screen first? Pen?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I see somebody
so
showing, but I don't know if that's yours.
Somebody
error.
has error. Isn't that yours?
Yeah, I couldn't open the
Illegal file.
Type of to call of you something.
So if I go to file, right, open.
Yeah.
So I have to go to all files. So can recognize this.
Yeah, okay.
Open. The file is not recognized format.
Put on the file extension at the back of that Excel sheet. That could help. You see, you go to that folder that you download the Excel file and put the file extension. I think it's because the Excel file does not have the file extension.
Your file is crashed and
So
download
what
it
is the extension?
Yeah.
It's
Download it again.
XLS. I think yeah, maybe copy it again.
Now,
It's what's EXE?
XLSX.
Yes.
XLS?
XLSX.
On the end
XL.
of the
There's an
end.
I
X
put
at
it
the
on the
end.
chat. I put it on the chat. Dot XLSX.
Yeah, so I got it correctly.
Column.
It's the XLSX.
You're missing an X.
No, you missed the last X.
XLSX.
Last has X.
The extension near X at the
Yeah.
end.
And X, put X, yeah.
One more
You
X.
want X?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right. That's right.
Yep, using that extension. And then try it again. Open. You see that, the first file?
Yeah, I see.
Open.
hold on. Let him work it, and we're gonna. Is it open?
You have the copy error message.
I think maybe when you download that Excel file, it's corrupted. So delete the file, recopy it again, and make sure after you copy, you have the file name and the extension correctly.
Okay.
Go to the Google Drive and recopy it one more time. Delete the
Where's
corrected
the
one.
Google Drive?
It's
There's no link.
Go to my Google Drive. I say in the browser, my Google Drive, you will log into your Google Drive.
Now, guys, hold on.
Okay, let me stop sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop
I put
sharing.
it on the chat. Go to that.
Guys, can you hold
Yeah.
on 1 second? I need to take care of the class. Okay. Now, stop sharing your screen, please. I need you to
Okay,
download the
stop
file.
share.
Okay. Download the file again, and then follow along. I'm sorry that the file was corrupted for you, but I'm willing to work with you one-on-one. Now, the rest of you who has moved forward with the actual Excel sheets, let me know. Now, I need you to stop sharing your screen with me because I would love to see everybody's screen. But now let's look at this. How do you feel about that?
How do I get one more column so I can?
Color any column, you drag the region to the color.
The same column then? Okay.
How do you feel about that? Which one is doing better?
This one.
North.
North America. How, and what color is it?
It's green.
Green is what? Money. Now, I can actually choose it. Tableau have chosen it for me. Now, not to be shy, you can actually play with it in every possible way. Let me move my screen. This is supposed to be a way to visualize the data. You see here, you could do it this way. I did not like this. It doesn't make sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Definitely, I did not like that. But Tableau gives you the option to visualize the data in any way you want to. Personally, I would tell you, even this does not make sense. Right? Right? Now again, if I want to color it, all I have to do is this. All right. Now, why did I want you to do this? I'll tell you, we did not do a perfect at all data visualization. It wasn't well studied. We just gone over a small little file and we dragged it and dropped it to create some sort of communication and visualization of the information we have. Next week, when we come, we are going to do the same sets of data, but that time will be visualized with R, which most of you are scared of. How easy was it in Tableau just to open a file and try to drag and drop?
It was just slightly more complicated than eating chocolate, and I did test, but very easy.
Okay, do you feel guys comfortable? A little bit? Yes.
How in your case has if the bar, each bar has different color, mine has a single color. How do I reset it?
I will teach you. See this region? Okay. All region, put it on this color mark.
Or
okay.
region.
Now you have this like me, right?
Yeah.
Add this. You see this color?
Yeah. Oh, I see.
To auto.
Go and drop here.
Okay.
No, yeah, I did not take a region. This is the region. Actually not giving me colors now.
Okay.
In the color, this.
Okay.
Did you guys
Let me
see?
see.
On this color dots, drag and drop here in the color only.
Okay, I something somehow got lost.
No. Here, see, okay, follow me. Grab this region, right? See this color, this area where it says color.
Oh,
Drop.
drop. Oh,
Oh.
wonderful. Now,
I'll tell you something about Tableau and R and Python. It's gonna annoy you too much. You're gonna overthink it, overthink it. Like even drag and drop, you're gonna be like, oh my God, how did she get the color? She worked magic. I did not. It's just getting used to something, getting used to it piece by piece. It's a baby step. And this is the easiest things. You're gonna build amazing things by the end of the semester. If you follow what I say and spend a little time playing with it, it's not gonna crash. You don't need to be scared. It's not a big deal. So please promise me not to be shy, willing to explore and venture. And always when you don't want something to happen, what do? What is this bottom? Do you see my screen? Pay attention. What is this?
Undo. Undo.
And what does undo do? Get you back to where you do. And next to it?
Data analytical.
Redo.
Okay. Data analytical. Data analytical.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you this. What you have done, nothing that is big in machine learning. I'm getting you set up, get familiar with the environment you would be using for this course. You just test a little bit of the water before you dive deeper into it. Okay? Now, you cannot spend all the time walking you through everything. I need you to spend a sincere, honest, good time early morning in your Sunday or your Monday. Set a time to play a little bit with Tableau and try to be passionate. Now, my goal for you to work with data that you love, something you really enjoy. If you enjoy it very much, you're not gonna mind playing with it. Your finance, your tax, your health, if you're buying a house and you want to sell it, compare it to others, something you really love and you want to enjoy. From now on, every week, I want you to look at some sort of data visualization that was out in your field. Okay, whether it's healthcare, banking, fashion, exchange of rate of money, and you're gonna look at what they've done and you're gonna tell yourself, did they do it right? How did they communicate this information? What kind of actually algorithm was behind it? Okay, we talked a little bit about machine learning algorithm. What did we cover about general view of data visualization of algorithm?
In the middle, you have this mark. In the second column, you have a page, a filter mark. I couldn't get a mark. Where did the mark come from?
What do you mean by mark? This one?
Yeah, this one, yeah.
It's supposed to appear in your page.
Somehow I don't have it. Okay, that's fine.
How would you get a toolbar? I don't have a toolbar.
Okay.
So the teacher, do you have some simple guideline or like we can practice by ourselves?
Okay, so you guys are very basic with Tableau. I'm going to work you next week with Tableau 101.
There are also, I saw training videos in Tableau that might be helpful for people.
Actually, but I would not load you very much. I will walk you through it. So here is what I'm going to do. And the next week, I'm going to spend about a week to get you with Tableau and R. Tableau, R, Tableau. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
None of you will be in the dark. Okay?
Okay.
You're gonna be in the dark, I promise.
I have the last question. So once I have this in the just similar to you have this bar chart I like, how do I save my outcome?
Here you go, file. Save as.
File, save.
Word
Yeah,
doc.
save it.
Now I have a homework for you. I'm not going to grade you. I'm going to give you points for effort. Okay? My goal is you're going to do anything you want with Tableau. Change this data in a way that looks decent. Don't be shy. Don't get scared. Okay? I want you to go back to the data source and tell me, this is the region. How many years do we have?
2 years.
Years. I actually added another year, so I have 2.
2 years. 2 years, okay? And for each region, I want you to try to visualize for me, make it into chart for the 2 years. If you've done it, that's fine. If you haven't, play with it. And even if you don't succeed, that's fine with me. I just want you to play with Tableau. Once you finish this, write your name, put it on the course file. Remember, my goal is to get you to practice. That's all. I'm not grading you on anything. No hidden agenda. Just want to see that you practiced.
So the bar chart with the 2 years revenue performance, isn't it?
Yeah. See,
Okay.
2015 and 16 in the folder. Now, have you not known that if you did not know your data, you probably get lost. I know this is a basic.
Yeah, I tried to put that one to add one more column, but didn't go through yet. Okay.
Charles, I know you're excited. I want you to just try to play with it and see the magic. There is a lot of magic gonna happen if you play with Tableau more than you think. If you spend at least an hour clicking with it, it's gonna formalize something to you that makes some sense. And my goal is not to get you tested in it. My goal is that you sit by yourself and get a cup of coffee and try for a little bit to push yourself.
Okay.
And do not ever think it's that difficult. Just breathe. It's going to be easy. Now, this is such an easy, yes, Jennifer.
So the saved file is Tableau.twb format, right? Suppose that you create this and you have to send it to your executives, and they might not have this kind of application of a Tableau to show the outcome. So is there other way to save it so then anybody can open it and see?
Do it as a screenshot if you want to screenshot your visualization, add it in a Word document. But I would tell you this, Tableau is one tool of many that would show the data. My goal is to make sure you have the most desirable tool to use. You are going to do other chart, the same chart you're going to do next week with R. My ultimate goal that you will have enough tool. I don't care about the executive. I care about you having enough skill to get employed. Whether the executive have Tableau or not, you're going to get paid very well. And I want you guys to go in your LinkedIn, search for people in an organization you like and see if they have Tableau under their belt. Go ahead and search for job you want to target and put the word Tableau, Python, and R. And then even if you feel like a little bit comfortable and don't want to get into R and you don't want to get into Python because it's scary to use something new, see the pay difference. I want you to spend the time, nothing to be scared of. If you know R, you know Python. If you know Python, you can know R. If you know Tableau, it's great. I want you to have enough stuff under your fingers to play with and visualize your data that no employer will say that resume is tossed out. You'll always get the job. Yeah? Now, I spoke for so long. I need to hear from you a little bit. So I told you about me and I have a homeworks for you. I said Tableau R need to be downloaded. You need to kind of like play with this and send it to me, Wednesday. And I told you it's not for grading, it's just for me to see you practice because obviously data visualization depends a lot on you doing some things and practicing. Although I'm gonna teach you stuff, but it's gonna lie in your hand to spend some time to get things done on your own to visualize the data. Remember, this is as critical as me teaching you. Now, I need to know from you, your little bit of your background. You have a choice to email me because I need to know you, or LinkedIn to me. Also, during this class, I said I'm from Washington, D.C. In the chat room, type the city you're in. My goal that you team with someone in the same time zone to be your classmate, that you would work with the data visualization project somewhat together. And that classmate will be your first and most valuable resources because you could work together to understand things or explore things together when you feel lost or shy to ask.
You mean the classmate here, or is in this classroom, or the different classroom possibly?
In this classroom. So
Okay.
say your city and try to keep an eye on someone in your city. Say, I am Charles, data science and finance, Houston, DC, New York, wherever your city. Keep an eye on someone like you, whether in healthcare, finance, and be with that person as a friend, exchange your contact. My goal that you are actually gonna work together. As well as you learn from me, you're gonna learn from others. And you're gonna compare notes with each other when I'm not available during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll meet again.
Just pair with one classmate or could be multiple classmates?
We have 3, max of 3.
Okay. Because we may form like a study group.
Yes, well, I will tell you this, but most university found in education that a lot of the students are not very responsive to teachers, and they don't like to ask a lot of questions. And if you're absent or you're missing something, you definitely can listen to my class recording, but sometimes you can reach for your friend. Well, my file was corrupted. What format would I download it in? I did not get this, and I want to know how to keep up. You are definitely welcome to reach out for me, but also work together. Now, in this class so far, I covered for you data visualization basic, little bit of history about data visualization. Where did it start? And I gone over the use of sequential color and alerting colors, different way to visualize data, whether it's a chart, heat map. We have also gone over Tableau as a basic way or tools to visualize the data. I ask you to actually download this data set for the airline and to try to analyze it in your given time as an assignment. Next week, we will go farther in the second part of the introduction of data visualization. We did cover quite a bit for 2 hours. I will definitely encourage you to get ready for R. So download R. And that's in your slide. You have 36 slides to go over again. Now, if you have any question for me, please stay. I will be able to work with you one-on-one. I usually will give about 10 to 15 minutes in the end of the class to help you with something. I hope you enjoyed the little bit 2 hours of overview of data visualization. And I hope to see you guys next week. And I hope you will get very excited about data visualization and communicating your data, not only for yourself, but for your team and your outside audience.
So next week is next Wednesday evening, right?
Yeah. Jennifer, are you in the class?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I will see you on Wednesday.
Can you write up the homework assignment? I know I kind of mentioned it, but I was kind of jump back and forth. Or
The
can
homework
repeat it.
assignment
For
the last slide has download R, download Tableau, and upload for me some sort of data visualization using Tableau. That's a practice, it's not homework, but I give it to you as a practice homework.
Okay.
That's it, nothing else.
But did you ask you to do some kind of chart based on the data on this Excel file?
Yeah, show 2 years, because this is 2 years, fiscal year 2015 and 2016. So instead of just showing 1 year, show 2 years. So we only show region, then you have to also have to show period plus region.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
My goal is to get you to play with R. This is not homework. Do not think it's a homework. It's just for you to practice. Again, I'm not giving you yet homework. I want you to practice in Tableau, play with it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, now, anyone have any question?
Actually, I can show my screen. Maybe can help some case. Let me see how to share screen.
Go ahead, Charles.
Yes. So you see my screen now?
Yes, I do.
I'm missing the mark. See, here used to be have a mark, have different tablet. Something when I click the ground got disappeared. Between oh yeah, here, isn't it? It's supposed to be something.
Yes, you need to pull the mark down. Go ahead to open a new sheet. Start with a new sheet if you can't. Yes, here we go.
Oh yeah, there's a coming now. Okay, I can start a new, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, Charles. You complicate when you overthink.
Okay, then I can do something like, okay, got it.
See how easy it is?
Yeah, so this one I go, this one I go, I forgot what I do.
That's the pull the region to that color. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it. Then I need, I want to try to get another column or something.
They'll
So
get another row for put the period and the row, and then you got 2 years.
Charles.
Huh?
You're in the row.
But
You can show that too.
Them together. I wanted this two, this one go here. So I will figure out. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Charles.
Yeah.
Not to overthink things. Don't overthink. I think you are very smart and you overthink things.
I try to figure out what to do. So.
Okay, it's so easy. So easy. Don't panic. I think you're overachiever in perfection.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I want to ask you a question. Did you form a team? Did you find someone from the 27 participants in this class to be your champion and your classmate for your project?
I don't have it yet. I'm a little closer to Palo Alto, but it doesn't matter. Actually, it's since all through the telecommuting, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all in the Bay Area. So it's we call it the San Francisco Bay Area.
So I'm your only outside of the Bay Area.
Yeah. Let me see. So who is the one to join my team together?
No. My instruction to look at your chat room.
That's me.
Okay.
Can I join also, Pen?
Okay.
Look at the chat.
We have 3 now.
I have a problem because previously I installed the prep, not the desktop, so I needed to install the desktop then practice. Maybe I can call you later.
Guys, can I ask you for a favor? Follow what I said. I said go to the chat and type to each other. There is a corner in this room where you have a chat. Look at each other note and find someone to exchange your information with.
Okay, we do.
Now, I'm going to take this moment to thank you all for attending the class. If you have any question, don't hesitate to email me. Go over the lecture again in your own time. And next time I will manage better of giving you the file ahead of time. But be aware that I expect you, if you go behind, to actually reach out for me so I can help you. Okay?
Okay.
And do not overthink. It's going to be fun. And definitely you're going to learn a lot in this class. And you're going to visualize and build dashboards using Tableau and using R and Python.
Okay.
All right. So now, if you have no question for me, download the material for your first week. Enjoy your evening, review it, and we will assemble again Wednesday.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Yinfa and Pen, we can just finish this one for next week.
No, just wait a minute. I have to install the desk. This version of desk.
So why did you install it? Then I'm
maybe
still online.
Maybe 8 o'clock.
Oh, we gonna meet like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, tonight.
Take it offline.
Charles.
Okay.
Okay, we confirm already.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now, Charles, everybody, I want you next time to be very systematic. There is lots of people in this class. they need sometimes to ask a question.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Thank you.
You need to think not loud, think in your own time. If you need
Okay.
to get it done, okay? Now, anyone else? Patrick, Wee-Chun, James, Dean, Dan, Andrew, Steph, Faye, Gloria, Han, Jose, John, Shin, and May, Palacio. Do you guys have any question? Let me go to the top of the class again and see the rest of you. Jennifer, Charles, Bing, Young, James. Do you guys have any question for me?
No,
Yeah,
I
a
have phoned the team.
I have a question. Oh, this is Gloria. So, like you mentioned, you are teaching the Tableau next week and give us some information ahead of time. So, I'm not sure when you will post it the next class regarding the Tableau. So maybe we can.
Gloria, when I mean I would share things, I'm sharing with you the PowerPoint. I want you to walk with me. I do not want you to think ahead of me. I want you to follow my step. My goal is not to give you the code for R before I actually walk with you through the code. The reasons I'm doing that, because Gloria, if I gave you the script and the code, you're probably gonna run the code in the class and not follow my step. And then you're gonna learn not to by doing, learn by executing, just getting the information executed. I will make sure if you got stuck, I will give you the code after the class to solve for the problem. I would like for you to get a little bit frustrated in the class, to challenge yourself, to see how to solve for it, like today.
Okay.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
So may I share my screen pen?
Yes, Bing, please do.
So I'm download the file now, it's not corrupted. So I
Awesome.
also add a sheet 2 here.
Yes.
But I don't have a toolbar here.
You're using Mac.
So this is my toolbar here.
Yes, don't worry. Let's go ahead. Drag for me the region and the revenue. Drag them in the emerald, yeah. Region, put them in the color area.
To here?
Yes.
No, to the upper right, there's a.
Go ahead and
No,
drag.
that's okay. That's okay.
Drag it again. Go drag the region again.
To rows on top.
Column or
top.
row?
No, on top. To the
Right, a little bit.
Right.
To the right. To the right. To the right.
To the right.
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. No,
Oh, here.
on the right. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
Okay, and then
Okay.
go drag revenue.
Same thing?
To the column.
To the column.
To the top.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you have a chart.
Yep.
So you're doing great.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Thank
Now-
you, Jennifer. Send me the link. Okay.
No problem.
I'm done. So I can have good night sleep tonight.
Okay.
Take it easy.
All right, so you see how easy it is, but next class, I'm not gonna give you enough time to practice in the class. I want you to practice on your own, even if you get stuck. Okay? And if you get stuck after the class time, you can reach out for me and we'll work together.
Thank
Okay?
you.
You're welcome, guys. Now, again, if you have no question, you can log off. If you do, stay.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Great
you very
class.
much. We will see you Wednesday.
Yes.
Ciao.
Ciao.
I had a question, Professor.
Yes.
So technically, what this course does it guide us into the data science path? Like, would that be the occupation we would apply for?
I want you to be true to your color. You are the expert, and I want you to be true to your passion. So I have a question for you. What type of data scientist would you be, Jose?
Ah, I see. Yeah, because okay.
I want you to be passionate about the data you're working with, because I'll teach you visualization principle. It's going to be a proxy to what you really want to achieve in life. But no matter if it's not something you're passionate about, you might feel like, I'm not interested in it. So it seems like from the pictures you have, you are into humanity, and maybe traveling, and maybe other things. So I was looking at data that was looking at the most unstable country using peace index or happiness index. This data is worth a visualization. If that's your passion, whether it's education, social justice, policy, healthcare, it's you. That's why I want you to use part of my lectures to color it the color you like when it comes to your own project.
Thank you. This is a powerful tool indeed. I appreciate it. Thank you for such a wonderful lecture and for teaching us. Thank you for your time and all your efforts.
You're welcome.
I have a technical question. Can I share my screen?
Yes, Gloria, go ahead, please.
Okay. For example, you say, first of all, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
First of all, how can I see the whole? I know I can go to the like here to show the whole thing.
Okay. Okay, go down. Yes, minimize your window, dear.
How to minimize?
In the bottom, you see minimize. You see a little sign there. No, the other one. The other one to the end, to the end, to the end, dear. The very end to your right. Yes. Exit presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, go to the data source. You see in the left hand, yes? Now you see the data?
Yeah.
Okay. Sheets is basically where you play with the data.
Yes.
So you could have as many sheets you want to.
Yeah, no, but when I do something, when I see yours, I can see the whole thing. But here I only can. And secondly, when you drag the revenue to the color, I don't know why my color is only like this.
Okay, now go ahead and drag the region to the color, not the revenue.
Or region to the color.
Or any on the color.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
Yes?
So the screen, I just want to make sure the screen looks like it's normal, right? There's a blocking here.
You can actually drag the corner like you drag Word document. Drag the corner to fit it.
You mean this one or this one?
Yeah, the other one where you say show me. You see show me? This show me, click in the top.
Show me. Oh, where's the show me?
Show me in the top where you see the map and everything in that tab. Show me. No.
Yeah, I remember I saw the show me. Where's the show? Oh, here.
Yes. Click on it.
To where? Drag to where?
Yeah, click on it. Click on show me. There you go. It's going to change the way you disappear. And click.
Oh, I see. And then can changing the So that is the regular. This is a normal, right? This looks normal. I cannot hear you. I don't know why.
Yes, and Gloria, don't overthink it. It's like Word document. The more you play with it, the better you get.
Okay, all right, thank you.
No worries. And it's gonna be easier as you go through it again. So spend about 2 days to play with it, to figure it out, but don't get nervous.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, let me start share. Thank you.
You're welcome, Gloria.
Professor, this is Lyndon speaking. I have a question for you. Do we need any strong statistical background if we go to more advanced data visualization or Tableau?
We're going to do just basic inference analysis. I'm not going to expect you to be statisticians. I'm expecting you to know what is the mean, what's the average, outliers, and then we're going to know what is the general. That I'm not expecting you to do anything except understand what that means. You know? So you should have enough feeling for math and stat to understand what's outlier, what's the average, what's the mean, what's the sum. And don't worry, if you're not good at it, I could send you PDF file to up your skills set. So if you get stuck in anything, let me know. I have a PDF files that is all about inference analysis. I could help you with that because I also teach inference analysis.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question. How relevant is certification for Tableau?
Or
for Tableau, like there's some certifications out there. How relevant is it?
well, we're not doing the same things. Certification for Tableau is not data visualization. Tableau teach you how to use data visualization. If you get certificate from Tableau, it just knows, people will know that you could use Tableau. For us, no, we're going even farther. We're teaching you how to use every tools available for visualization, which is our.
I understand that, but in the job market, is it relevant or not?
Well, if you go to Tableau and get their own certificate, that's just like not going to be as good as getting master degree in data science and data visualization. That's my thing. I mean, it's the company training you to use their tool. It doesn't teach you how to be a data scientist or expert in the tools overall for all the data scientists, which Python, R, and Tableau together.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.